in the morning edition. Major changes to come for the security sector. The Deputy Prime Minister speaks to the CLECO saga. And we're going to have a chat with the fishermen of Grand Key. It's Friday. Cheers to the weekend. Welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thank you so much for waking up with us. It's time to plan our weekend, and what better way to start than with the weather report from our chief meteorologist, Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. We'll get you started as usual with our ZNS Tower Cam, which is overlooking the Palmdale area. And if you're in that neck of the woods, well, you're under some partly cloudy skies. But that will all change later on today as we go to our satellite picture. We do have this front system that's quickly approaching the northwest Bahamas. Ahead of that, we expect some clouds to start increasing this afternoon. All the details coming up later in the newscast, so stay tuned. But outside of our studios, partly cloudy, temperature at 76, relative humidity 80%, south winds at 9 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,015.3 millibars, that's 29.99 inches, and it is rising. Temperatures around the islands this morning. Marsh Harbor, they at 74 degrees. Greentoll Key, 73. 73 in Freeport. The Berry Island, 76. Allenstown, Bimini, 77. 76 in Harbor Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Cat Island, Stanley Key, Kemps Bay, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. In San Salvador and Rum Key, 76 as well. 77 in Ragged Island, Clarenstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, Acklands, Machitan, Inagua, Turks and Caicos Islands at 78 degrees. Your boating forecast for today in the northwestern islands, winds out of the south at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, low tide 725 this morning, high tide 121 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern Bahamas, southeast to south winds 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Let's join Jiminita Swain with the Bahamas First traffic report.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Good morning, LaDawn, and good morning, Bahamas. We're coming to you live from Rawson Square, and as you can see from our drone shot, it's a beautiful Friday morning shaping up. Traffic has been a smooth flow as it accesses the city center, but to find out if there are any areas of concern, we now turn to Corporal Decory Barr of the Police Traffic Division. Good morning, Corporal Barr.
Good morning, Jiminita. Good morning, Bahamas.
So are there any areas of concern traffic-wise that motorists need to be mindful of as they make their morning commute?
At this present time, we have no accidents that are outstanding, no traffic congestions, diversions, or roadworks to report other than the ongoing roadworks at the Samilo Butler Highway in the southbound lane.
Now, obviously, this has been a short week, holiday weekend that wrapped up. But obviously, Friday is always the day that most persons want to unwind on a Friday, find their favorite watering hole. And obviously, we don't want them to be drinking and driving. Any other tips that you want to stress as we head into the weekend?
We want to stress the same things that we've been stressing to these persons, automotorists, all year round. Drive, do nothing else but focus on the vehicle that you're operating while you're driving that vehicle. Drive while secured by a seatbelt, drive within the confines of the speed limit. Also, like you said, this is a Friday evening. For persons who feel that they want to consume alcohol, we ask that you do so responsibly and have a designated driver.
Well, thank you so much. That is, of course, Corporal Decory Barr of the Police Traffic Division. But a busy day for those that protect and conserve elements of the environment. Saturday is actually the second National Parks Day. And to talk about some of the activities that will be taking place for the Bahamas National Trust is, of course, Lashanti Jop. She is a conservation planner. Good morning, Lashanti.
Good morning.
Now, tell us about some of the activities that you have planned throughout the parks for tomorrow.
So we will be having National Parks Day across the country on our 7 islands where you can find our B&T offices. Here on New Providence, we will be having activities such as bird walks, kayaking, snorkeling, all free for visitors. You can come on in and partake in some of those activities.
Still lots happening, but obviously this is a great opportunity for you to remind persons that they can also become members. What do they get by becoming a member of the BNT?
So by becoming a member of the Bahamas National Trust, certain companies that have partners with us like Powerboat Adventures, you can get discounts on some of their products, and you can also get free entry into the parks at all times, and you also get discounts on some events that you'll find out happening like Jollification or Wine and Art.
So definitely a great day if you're looking for something fun to do at any one of the parks. Make your way down there. Back to you in Studio LaDawn.
Thanks, Jimonita. Now on to our top story this morning. Parliamentarians debated and passed Thursday a compendium of financial bills that will help to improve the ease of doing business in this country, while bringing the financial services sector in line with international best practices and standards. That includes a bill for an act to amend the Securities Industry Act and a bill for an act to amend the Companies Act. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, opened debate on the legislation, noting that the amendments will enhance the administrative structure and powers of the Securities Commission, while providing for exchange and protection for investors and shareholders, among other matters. The Deputy Prime Minister cited some of the major changes on tap for the securities sector.
The bill seeks to improve the governance structure of the Securities Commission by decreasing the maximum number of members that comprise the Commission and limiting the ex officio members of the Commission to the Executive Director of the Commission. Further, the Commission's role in the appointment of the Executive Director is enhanced, requiring that the Minister's appointment take account of and be on the basis of recommendations of the Commission. This change is consistent with IOSCO's international standards that requires the Commission to operate independent of governmental intervention.
The government still standing firm in its commitment to CLECO policyholders. The Trinidad and Tobago-based company went belly up in a court-ordered liquidation back in 2009, leaving thousands of policyholders frustrated. During the current fiscal year, government allocated $10 million to payouts already made, with a new fiscal year to begin in July. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, was asked to give an update.
The CLECO payments, this is a long-term issue because it is a significant amount of money, unfortunately. But we have made, I believe it's $10 million of payments available this year. Some I know have gone out. 2 payments have already gone out for this year, and I believe there may be another one. And we'll continue to do this until we wind this whole thing down. But it is a mess, unfortunately, one that obviously has been inherited over 2 administrations now. And we're doing the best we can to liquidate as quickly as we can, in as much as our finances afford us the ability to do so.
It's been said in recent years that if you're not book smart, the technical field is the right area for you. But that is far from the truth. In fact, BTVI officials say students must also be book smart to make the grade. We caught up with chairman of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute to talk about the skills bank, its shortages, and what qualifications are needed to land that high-paying job. Chairman of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, Kevin Basin, says the technical job market here in the Bahamas is ripe for the picking, but only for those who qualify. However, Mr. Basin says as it stands now, the skills bank is limited.
I know of a fly fishing owner, an elderly gentleman in Bimini, who is about to retire. He's actually looking for guides right now to be able to hire. We have things like the welding industry, where in some instances, while we have a number of persons that have welding, they may lack the certification, right? The maritime industry, which is very huge in terms of cruise ships, how many Bahamians are prepared to take those job opportunities that exist. With technology changes, we've seen an increase in demand for persons certified in ICT.
While those are hardcore areas in the technical job market, Basin says BTVI's mandate is to not only assist students in job readiness, but also encourage entrepreneurship.
The cosmetology side, massage, being able to deal with nails, all those things, fashion and design. So it's a very broad field. The other beauty about the technical field is that not only do students be prepared to get a job, it could also prepare them in terms of entrepreneurship, such that they can have their own business. And that's one of the things that BTVI continue to promote.
Basin agrees, though, that more can be done to promote the positive developments and critical need for technical education.
Too often, persons only think of the technical field when something goes wrong. there's a backup with your plumbing. Your computer system is not working. They're the kind of times when persons think of the technical field. But it's very necessary. The other aspect of it is many of the persons in the technical field can in fact make more financially than persons in the white-collar jobs.
Basin says hundreds of students have returned to the school to give testimonials on the impact the institution has had on their professional careers. Carnival season is definitely in high gear, and joining us here on the Morning Edition is the Carnival Band Hypnotic Events Director Jamal Bethel and Angelique McKay. Welcome to the Morning Edition.
Yes,
Thank you.
morning.
Morning.
Thanks
So
for
talk
having
to us a little bit about Hypnotic.
Hypnotic is the new vibe, the new crew that is on the road, and we're the new millennials, all right? Very young group, energetic, fun, entertaining, and we come to have fun, basically.
What are some of the designs, I guess, by Hypnotic this year?
We have basically 9 sections. Behind us, we have Brazen, and we have Bougie, but just to name a few, we have Junglist, we have Vala, we also have Lit, just to name a few. And not only local designs, but we have international designers as well.
And Angelique, talk to us a little bit about some of the leaders of Hypnotic.
Well, like Jamal would have said, the leading team behind Hypnotic is a group of professional millennials. So you know that already brings that energy and that vibe to the forefront, not only with their designs, but with the events that the organization also does. One of the other things with Hypnotic is, Jamal said it's the new band for Carnival, Bahamas Carnival. It's a rebranding of the band, but all of the members on the executive team are not new to it. They do designs and costuming for carnivals throughout the Caribbean, throughout the region. We have our artistic director, Wilshire Dames. He has a costume actually right now in the Smithsonian. And the overall director of the organization, Theodore Cooper, he's won costumes categories for various bands throughout the Caribbean as well. So the organization may be new in name to Bahamas Carnival, but it's not we're not new to the game of Carnival.
So what can we expect from Hypnotic, I guess, on the road march?
Bold goals. That's what we're
what
saying. The designs from Hypnotic are unlike any other designs that you would have seen in Bahamas Carnival from its inception to now. The costume sections have been sold out for quite a while. We had to make an official announcement because people were coming, trying to get in different sections. Actually, I think Junglist was the first section to be sold out.
Yes.
So the names of the sections as well resonate with Bahamians, and that's one of the things that we wanted to do in the organization as well.
So Angelique McKay, Jamal Bethel, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck
Thanks
to
for having
Road
us.
March at Carnival.
Yes.
Hypnotic Mass Band, bold goals.
Stay close, we've got more news right after this. You're watching the Morning Edition.
Because I'm a Bahamian and I would like to know what's going on in my country. Watch the morning show because I want to know what's going on for the day or whatever.
Welcome back to the Morning Edition. Now, Charles Fisher is kicking up a storm over there at the National Family Island Regatta. Let's check in with him to see what he's kicking up this morning. Hello, Charles.
Well, Dawn, you know that song. Let me sing it. It's a beautiful morning. Yes, we're out here in the ocean. Yes, we are setting the scene here today as they get set for day number 2 in the series races in the 66 National Family Island Regatta. The ZNS team, Steve Williams, Julian Anderson Rule, and our cameraman, Sean Swain, making sure we are out here giving you all the highlights. We are coming to you live off the water here in Elizabeth Harbor. We are going to get some breakfast after this, but guess what yesterday? We had our belly full.
Man, I try to have a boiled fish for all my friends coming in from Freeport and wherever in the Bahamas, even the locals right here where I live. I try to serve breakfast every Thursday morning of every regatta for the past 11 years.
Oh yeah, gotta get the stew. Without the stew, it can't do.
What all do you have here?
Oh, we got chicken sauce, we got boil and steam and stew grouper, and snapper. We got fry barry, whatever you want. Also sells chicken. Well, me and my wife and some of my friend from Atlanta, he is down and he's giving a hand. And my cousin Ezra from Freeport. We all do the preparation. Started 5 o'clock this morning.
Are you a chef that you're doing all this? What is your profession?
Well, my profession is air conditioning and refrigeration. And I went to school in the U.S. and I wanted extra money, so I had a job over there cooking in a restaurant while I was in school in Fort Lauderdale.
I'm trying the stew fish. I'm a stew fish man. Love my fish, love my stew. That's nice to go.
You can take as much as you want, Celso.
Man, dig in, man. Dig in. This food got to go.
I'm blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy go, levy do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that.
Why don't let you miss a beat?
Yes, we'd like to thank Caleb Roll and family for that good breakfast yesterday. We had everything. We'd like to thank our captain this morning, Stafford and Bristol, making sure we bring you this historic moment from off the seas. Warren Sanders is also in the background, and he's going to put that drone up in the air, so stay tuned to ZNS Toll Sports. We're here live on the ocean here in Elizabeth Harbor.
Fisher's having a great time over there in Exuma. It's Entertainment Friday, and joining us here on the Morning Edition is entertainer Leo. Leo, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you for having me.
So Leo, talk to me a little bit about how did your music career actually get started?
Well, my music career began about 2 years ago, but I've always been involved in music as a child in Sunday school, growing up in church. My parents sent me to music school, so it's been happening for a very long time, but professionally about 2 to 3 years.
And what is your biggest inspiration?
My parents, I have to say, they're both musicians, and they push me to be the best that I can be in the music industry.
Because I know you're also a music educator
yes,
as well.
I'm a music educator. I teach at First Step Academy, the primary school location, and I love it there. It's just amazing. The kids are awesome. I love them.
So what are you going to be performing for us this morning?
This morning, I'm going to be performing my first single called That's Why I Single. It speaks about a young Bahamian woman navigating the dating scene in the Bahamas. So it's pretty interesting. It has a pretty interesting storyline. So yeah, that's what I'll be performing this morning.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo.
Thank you. Hey, it's Leonie Shaw. I went to Regatta last night, looking for my Mr. Right. This man come walk straight up to me. What'd he say? He say he like what he see. There's a woman, yeah, who know what I want. There's a woman, yeah, who got time for no big talks. Guess what? I turn around and see our next woman ain't kissing up on she. Hey, that's why I single and I don't mingle. That's why I single. I cannot take my name coming up to me when they got a gal. I'll just turn and suck my teeth. I ain't got time for that. You want cake, I need it too. No, sir, I ain't the right woman for you. Had lunch with my girls yesterday. We ordered this with our plate. One say the man was passing through. Oh yeah, say he's the one although he knew. And right then this guy walked through the door. My friend ran and kissed him like a boss. My next friend turned around to see that's her man. She couldn't believe a man with an next woman. Hey, that's why I single and I don't mingle. That's why I single. I cannot take my name coming up to me when they got a gal. I'll just turn and suck my teeth. I ain't got time for that. You want cake, I need it too. I ain't the right woman for you. That's why I single. Oh yeah, that's why I single. That's why I single, oh yeah. That's why I single. That's why I single, oh yeah. That's why I single. That's why I'm single, oh yeah. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm single, oh yeah. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm single, oh yeah. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm single, oh yeah. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm
Great
single.
performance
oh,
there
yeah.
by
That's why
Leo. The Maturing People pastor and leadership of Zion Baptist Church East and Shirley Street will be celebrating our heritage this coming Sunday in a special way. We are just about to find out about this event from Dr. Carolyn Roll and Sharon Seymour, who are on the organizing committee, the Edith Waukeen program. Ladies, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you, and thank you so much.
Here. So, Dr. Roll, talk to me a little bit about the actual Edith Waukeen program.
Well, the Edith Waukeen old-fashioned program is the brainchild of Edith Waukeen of blessed memory. And she wanted to preserve the spiritual aspects of our cultural heritage. And so she organized this program where folk from all over the Bahamas, all of the islands in the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos and Jamaica, we all come together and we sing, we do recitations, we do speeches, and we rush, not to be confused with Junkanoo rushing. We rush the old out island way. And then after that, we go in the Doris Ann schoolroom and we sample Bahamian dishes like crab and dope, peas and grits with salt beef in it, and hog meat, Sharon.
Yeah. And then we got, you tell them about the fowl. We get plenty American fowl come. They ain't from China, fowl.
Okay, so you're dressed, so what are you dressed as, Sharon?
Well, this is my good clothes. Just come all the way from America for the time, Sunday. Yeah.
And you know, we want to make
this name Gingham.
We want to make sure that we invite all of the islands. Exuma, we are looking for you. Cat Island, we not to be. I mean, we are still trying to decide where the best singers are. Are they in Cat Island or Exuma?
No, they're from Auckland.
Crooked Island. Oh, and Reverend Randolph Benaby, along with Sister Roy Ann Morrison, they will be our MCs. And then I am supposed to be the offering booster, meaning that after each item, you know, you are encouraged to throw money.
So talk to me more about the cultural display at the event.
Okay, well, basically that of singing. You know, in the Bahamas, we sing our way through situations. And so each island would come and they would sing, you know. That's how we
from the Crown and Harmony and from your Sankey.
Is this an annual event? Is this going to be an
annual event?
Yeah.
Yes, it's an annual event, yes. And so we're inviting the entire Bahamas to come. Grandparents, bring your grandchildren so that they get to see what life used to be in the Bahamas, especially in the Family Islands.
Date and time for the event?
It's on Sunday. We start at 5 p.m. Gerald and the boys, they will be there, the band, to assist Brother Wimsley and Sister Veronica with the music. You're talking about good time. You want to laugh, come. The Bahamas, we're too stressful in the Bahamas. You know, we don't laugh enough. Come on, it's free therapy. And at the same time, you get to give God thanks and praise.
And I'll be waking straight through because I got to tie out my goat. My goat can be there, my chicken can be there, my wood, my bucket, my slab bucket, everything. And you can see everything. And then for you know, who never see the pastor, East and Shirley Street, the brown skin man, that's where you can meet him the same time.
Okay, Ms. Seymour, Dr. Carolyn Roll, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition. And best of luck on the Edith Waukeen program.
All I on TV. They tell me, how come you're not
we
putting
went to
up on
Exuma
my
earlier,
face?
and now it's time to check in with Grand Bahama to see what's happening there. Jamila Mizik from our Northern Service spoke to some fishermen from Grand Key and filed this report.
Grand Key is a fisherman's paradise, at least according to local fishermen on the popular Abaco Key. Many of them say they've been fishing for most of their life. Some of them host fishing tours and trips with out-of-town visitors who enjoy fishing as a sport, while others fish for consumption and sale. They say about 90% of the residents are employed in the fishing industry, and they catch all different types of fish.
I mean, most of the fish I target is like the wahoos, tuna, dolphin, blue marlins, and also a lot of snappers. And I always tell people I have the best job in the world. I get paid to do what I love, to fish.
I really spend most of my time working for Flanagan, take the carry boat and working around and stuff. And when they leave, then I go do my own lobster diving.
Another big catch for the fishermen is crawfish, but since the season is closed, these fishermen say it does not affect their operations.
The lobster season may be closed.